adage, you can't have enough pitching, applies to every team. Over 162 games, the Ranger Brain Trust knew no matter how they planned, they would need more help on the mound. Tonight, Texas adds another arm to the staff, but just not any arm. A three-time NL All-Star brings his talent to Arlington as Roy Oswalt takes the hill tonight against the Colorado Rockies. Next on TXA 21, your home for Friday Night Baseball. In Arlington, that the Rangers expect their 21st sellout of the year. It's hard to tell whether the weather's gotten hotter than the Rangers are. The Rangers and the Colorado Rockies hooking it up tonight in Game 1 of this three-game series. Hi, everyone. Welcome in. Along with Tom Grieve, I'm Steve Busby in for Dave Barnett. Glad to have you along this evening. And, boy, what an exciting time for the Rangers. 6 wins in a row. They are hotter than, well, most July days here in North Texas. But, Tom, a guy that they're really looking forward to seeing here tonight, Roy Oswalt on the hill.
Yeah, I can't wait to see it, Buzz. 47,000 people will be here looking forward to it. We've seen Justin Grimm's big league debut, Yu Darvish's American debut. It's been an exciting season. As you said, the Rangers are playing great baseball. And now you've got a veteran, an 11-season veteran. He's won 20 games twice. He's been an All-Star 3 times, and now he's a Ranger. Used to be the Yankees and Red Sox got these kind of guys. Nice to see it's the Rangers now.
Yeah, times have changed here, and for the better as far as Rangers and their fans are concerned. We'll come back with the starting lineups and the first pitch for you from Rangers Ballpark in Arlington right after this on TXA 21. Friday night. TXA 21 is brought to you by your Texas Ford dealers. Ford is the best in Texas. By AT&T, the nation's largest 4G network. AT&T, rethink possible. And by TXU Energy, the right things right now. Call 866-CALL-TXU today. Well, a very sultry evening here in the Metroplex. The Rangers behind Roy Oswalt, getting set to take on the Colorado Rockies, the last interleague series for these two teams this year. Next year, of course, will all change with the Astros moving to the American League, and there will be an interleague series going on every day virtually. But big thing is Roy Oswalt, and we will take a look at the lineup that Jim Tracy has out to face the veteran right-hander. Dexter Fowler, the center fielder, leads off. Marco Scutaro, a familiar face to the Rangers, plays second. Hitting third, Carlos Gonzalez. The DH, Jason Giambi. Michael Kadire plays right field, bats fifth. Todd Hilton is at first. Chris Nelson is the third baseman. He bats seventh. Willeen Rosario is the catcher. And batting ninth, playing shortstop, Jonathan Herrera.
And the scouting report for Roy Oswalt. 159 wins in his 11-year career, and a great ERA of 3.21 to go along with it. His last AAA start, 6 innings, 6 hits, gave up a couple of runs and only 1 walk. He's had 12 career starts against Colorado, and they've gone pretty well. A 1.94 ERA. That's his lowest against any National League opponent. Well, I'm sure he's pumped up for this start, and 47,000 fans are pumped up to watch it. So let's get on with it, Buzz.
I agree with you 100%. I think Roy Oswalt would say the same thing, because I would imagine, even though he is a veteran of 11 years in the major leagues, there are some butterflies churning in there right now. They'll go away for him as soon as he fires that first pitch, but I know he wants to get it underway, and it is underway. A fastball misses outside to Dexter Fowler, leading things off. Oswalt at 34 years, 298 days of age, and he is the oldest starting pitcher for the Rangers since, well, you have to go way back to the last time Kenny Rogers worked here. Oswalt with a 1-0 pitch. Fowler tries to bunt, and it's a foul ball, hopped on by Jorvi Torrealba. Well, in case you missed the news earlier today, the Rangers made it official, putting Mitch Moreland on the 15-day disabled list, and that was the move that accompanied the activation of Roy Oswalt onto the 25-man roster. Oswalt back to the plate, and a chopper foul. Oswalt basically a fastball, curveball type pitcher. And he will throw that curveball at a couple of different speeds. One looks like it wouldn't even get a speeding ticket on LBJ. Little pop-up out in the shallow left field, and the shortstop, Elvis Andrews, takes care of it very nicely. Well, the defense looking like this behind Roy Oswalt tonight. Hamilton, Gentry, and Cruz left, center, and right. Napoli at first. Kinsler and Andrews up the middle. Michael Young gets the start at third. Oswalt on the mound, and Jorvi Torrealba is behind the plate. Umpires tonight behind the plate, calling the balls and strikes, DJ Rayburn. He will be helped out by Jim Wolf at first. Wally Bell, the crew chief, is at second. Ron Culpa is at third. 1 out. First pitch to Marco Scutaro by Oswalt is in there for a strike. A 92-mile-an-hour fastball from Oswalt. And, you know, when Greg Maddux and Nolan Ryan saw Roy throw last week in Round Rock, they said he's got enough to work with. That pitch is fouled back. Yeah, I think you have to figure, don't you, Buzz, that maybe his fastball's not what it once was, but if it's at 90 to 92 miles an hour, to go along with the assortment of pitches he throws with it and with his experience, that's plenty to get big league hitters out. Yeah, I agree with you. And, you know, Oswalt over the years now is not just a four-seam fastball kind of guy. He'll mix in that two-seamer every once in a while, which gives hitters a totally different look. That's a bit outside. The count goes to a ball and 2 strikes to Marco Scutaro, a 278 hitter with 4 home runs, 18 driven in. Roy Oswalt from Ware, Mississippi. No, that's where the town is, Ware. It's pitched just off the outside corner. I wasn't asking the question. I was just saying. I was trying to think where it was. Off-speed pitch. Could have been a strike. Would have gotten an argument from Marco Scutaro, but based on the definition of the strike zone, it could have been. 2-2 pitch. Up the middle. Kinsler to the backhand. Nice play by the Rangers' second baseman.
Ball stayed down for him, didn't take a hop. And it's always amazing to watch that kind of a play. Infielder going towards center field. Doesn't even stop, just fires it right on the money. Chest high, perfect strike to first base. A good start for Roy Oswalt. 9 pitches, 2 outs. 6 strikes, 3 balls.
Now Carlos Gonzalez will step in. You know, one thing we don't talk about with Ian Kinsler very often is his arm strength. And he has the strength in his arm of a shortstop. And that allows him to make plays like that rather consistently.
Yeah, he was a shortstop before he moved to second base for the Rangers. And it comes in handy not only on plays like that, but on cutoffs and relay throws, which he's very good at, along with Elvis. That's why I don't know that there's a team in baseball when you consider all the outfielders and the way every one of them throws, and then you add Kinsler and Andrus to the mix, that perform those cutoff plays better than the Rangers.
Gonzalez shoots one to left. Hamilton couldn't see it, and that's going to be over his head and off the wall for a stand-up double for Carlos Gonzalez.
That's the exact ball that'll give you trouble for the first inning of the game. High fly, no problem, but the sun sets behind the stadium, and that line drive that he hit was right in the middle of the sun, right off the bat. The other thing that's a problem for the left fielder is the sun's in your eyes before he pitches the ball. As you're looking into the batter, you have to shade your eyes from the sun. Then the ball's hit and it goes right. You can see Josh got sunglasses, his glove. And there's just nothing you can do on that kind of ball. You just hope you don't get a line drive at you.
Well, that'll bring up the designated hitter, Jason Giambi. And the first pitch to him from Oswalt is a breaking ball for ball 1. Giambi with 20 home runs in his career in this ballpark. He's been a .300 hitter against the Rangers. Relegated mostly now to a pinch hit role for the Colorado Rockies. The shift is on for the Ranger infield. And a foul tip off the helmet of Yorvi Torrealba. Shift with Ian Kinsler playing, well, almost a softball position out there in shallow right field. Or actually medium right field, to be quite honest. Elvis, you get an idea of how far shifted over he is. And with the runner at second, Michael Young has to stay closer to third. If there were nobody on, he'd be over in the shortstop hole. 1-1 pitch. Just off the outside corner. Good look at the outfield defense with Craig Gentry a few steps over toward right center. Very shallow in right field, Nelly Cruz. That's a little unusual in this ballpark, although there's not much of a breeze here tonight. Off speed, and that catches the inside corner. Nice pitch by Oswalt. Well, the mastery that Roy Oswalt has over the art of pitching is very evident. He has first base open. He can pitch around guys if he chooses to with a number of different strategies. You know, whether it be just with the fastball, with an off-speed pitch, with a hard curveball. It was a pleasure to watch. The 2-2. Got him on the fists, and Giambi able to fight that off.
Hey, Giambi tried to make the transition from regular player, from a star, into a part-time player. A lot of pinch hitting opportunities in the National League. Last year he only had 130 at-bats for the whole season. But he accepts the role. It's nice to have a veteran guy when you play an American League team to DH. To have a veteran guy who can hit a home run, pinch hit a home run when you need it on your bench.
Oswalt a check of second. And the breaking ball low and in. Nice block by Torrealba, going to both knees to keep that ball from going to the backstop. And the count has gone full to Giambi.
Giambi on the season is 5 for 13 with a home run pinch hitting. So he provides a very good role for them.
Giambi hitting in the cleanup spot. 3-2 the count. If he gets aboard to prolong the inning, Michael Kadire will hit next for Jim Tracy's ball club. Oswalt ready. The payoff pitch. Got him swinging. Pulled the string, and Giambi is gone on strikes, and the Rockies are gone in the first. No runs a hit, and one left. Rangers will come to bat in the bottom of the first inning of a scoreless ball game here at Rangers Ballpark in Arlington. The road after a 3-game sweep in San Diego to open up this 10-game homestand. And here's the lineup that he has gone with for the first game of that stand. Ian Kinsler leads off. Elvis Andrus, the shortstop, is next. Then Josh Hamilton, who plays left. The DH tonight, Adrian Beltre. Michael Young hitting fifth, playing third base. In right field, batting sixth, is Nelly Cruz. Mike Napoli gets the start at first. Yorvit Torrealba bats eighth and catches. And Craig Gentry will be the number 9 man. He plays in center field.
Christian Friedrich, scouting report, 4-3 in 8 starts, got a relatively high ERA. Last 2 starts, one of them in particular didn't go very well. Game started at home, have not gone very well, much better on the road. So here he is on the road against a hot team.
Ian Kinsler turning 30 years of age here this afternoon. Well, today, not just this afternoon and this evening. Friedrich, first pitch of the evening is a little looper into shallow right field, going out to second baseman Scudero, and he grabs it for out number 1. So Kinsler, first ball swinging, comes up empty. Defensively, Carlos Gonzalez, Dexter Fowler, and Michael Kadire left, center, and right. Todd Helton at first. Scudero, you just saw him at second. Jonathan Herrera, the shortstop. Chris Nelson at third. With Willeen Rosario behind the plate, and Christian Friedrich, a 24-year-old left-hander, in his rookie season with the Colorado Rockies, making the start. One out for the Rangers. Elvis Andrus steps in. 297. You'll see that a home run and 28 driven in. On-base percentage is great for Elvis. And the pitch to him is just a bit low for ball 1. Elvis in his last 6 ball games, boy, he's just a few clicks below 400, and he takes a strike from Friedrich. 3-game hitting streak coming into tonight's play for Elvis. Got the day off on Wednesday in San Diego. Ron Washington said it was a scheduled day off. Elvis bluffing a bunt, pulls it back. It's 2 balls and 1 strike.
Friedrich was a number 1 draft choice. He was the 25th pick in the 2008 draft, college pitcher. Last year he pitched in Double-A, went 6-10 with an ERA of 5 in 25 starts.
2-1 pitch, catches the inside corner. Well, the book on Friedrich, Tom, is that he had a very, very good curveball, rated the best curveball in the Rockies organization last year. And I guess his minor league numbers would tell you that that curveball almost unhittable as he was coming up. 2-2 pitch. 2-hopper out to Scudero. Little sidearm flip. Elvis is retired. 2 gone. Josh Hamilton coming up. Friedrich throughout his minor league career better than a strikeout per inning. Although as he got to Double-A, his strikeouts dropped just a little bit. But here in his first year with the Rockies, he has averaged a strikeout every inning. Josh still the major league leader with those 64 RBI. And Friedrich's first pitch to Hamilton is a bit low for ball 1.
He probably gets a lot of strikeouts, and probably because of that curveball, but he also gets hit around a little bit. Last year he gave up 156 hits in 133 innings in Double-A. This year he's given up a .304 opponent's batting average. So he's one of those guys that may get a lot of strikeouts, but he either throws some hittable fastballs or some hanging curveballs because he's getting knocked around a little bit too to go along with the strikeouts.
2-0 the count to Hamilton. And it's 3-0. Yeah, and guys that, well, I guess that's changed in the last 15 or 20 years. It used to be you had to dominate at a mid-level in the minor leagues to be advanced to the next level, but that's kind of all changed recently.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys that get to the big leagues a little bit before they're ready sometimes. I like to see, I think, a high school pitcher have somewhere around 500 innings, and a lot of times more than that. He's a college pitcher and a number 1 draft choice, so probably wouldn't need quite the seasoning that a high school kid would.
3-1 to Hamilton is inside, ball 4, and that'll put Josh aboard, the first base runner for the Rangers tonight, and bring up Adrian Beltre. So Hamilton, you noticed, with a 388 on base percentage, and he has been more than willing of late to go ahead and take that base on ball. And the beneficiary of that kind of hitting, man stepping into the batter's box, Adrian Beltre. 45 runs batted in now for Beltre. 313 and a dozen home runs. Adrian getting the partial night off tonight, being the DH. Michael Young handling third base chores. And Friedrich pours in a strike. It's 0-1. Beltre 4 out of 10 in the series just completed in San Diego. And against Colorado, a lot of at-bats. A 318 hitter. Second most home runs against the Rockies of any opponent that he's ever faced. High fastball, and Beltre not able to get on top of it. It's no balls and 2 strikes. Adrian, you remember suffering a hamstring issue early in the season and missed a couple of games, but he's through protecting it, he said. He's ready to go out 100%. In the dirt, going to second is Hamilton, and he's in with a headlong slide. Good anticipation by Josh Hamilton. That ball skidding away from home plate a little bit by the time Rosario jumped on it. Hamilton easily into second.
Well, there's the curveball. Straight down into the dirt, and Rosario didn't bother with the throw. All the Ranger base runners anticipate that kind of a pitch, have a good secondary lead, and generally every one of them gets a pretty good jump. And the ball doesn't. We saw one the other day in San Diego that got away from the catcher by about 2 feet, and the base runner still advanced.
Well, this year it's been very, very noticeable. Guys like Elvis and Kinsler especially, that they're really itching to have a ball anywhere close to the dirt. They're often moving. The 1-2 pitch, and that's almost in the dirt. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes to Beltre. That takes time to develop that kind of an attitude, doesn't it, Tom? It's a big change for most guys.
Yeah, I think it's kind of the culture with our ball club, and that's the way Ron Washington likes to play it. He likes to be aggressive. He likes to take chances, take risks. You'll never have a problem with Ron Washington if you're aggressive on the base paths and get thrown out. That's the way he wants it done.
And another 54-foot curveball, and the count goes full. So Beltre's battled back from an 0-2 count to fill it out.
Go ahead, Buzz.
I was going to say, if Adrian's able to keep things going, Michael Young is swinging that bat at the on-deck circle. He's itching to get a shot at Friedrich here in the first.
I think Wash's philosophy is he'll take someone being thrown out in the bases feeling he'll come out ahead by a much greater margin by being aggressive. And he's got guys that can do that, guys that can run, guys that have good instincts on the bases.
Payoff pitch coming to Beltre. To right field and hit pretty well. Going back to Dyer. He's at the wall. Goodbye. Adrian Beltre going opposite field. And the Rangers jump out on top 2-0.
There's a good example of a young pitcher getting ahead in the count and then not being able to make a pitch ahead in the count to take advantage of being ahead in the count. Couldn't throw his curveball over, bounced a couple of pitches in. Beltre seen 3 or 4 fastballs. Fastball count, he gets a fastball to hit and drives it right straight out of the ballpark on a line to right field.
Well, Adrian Beltre with his 13th home run of the year, and the Rangers are on top as Michael Young takes a pitch low and inside for ball 1. 355 feet off the bat of Beltre. Not by much, but by enough. And that's what counts. We saw Adrian hit one the other night in San Diego that he had to hit a ton to get out of there. Young fouls it off to the right side, and the count moves to a 1-1 for Michael.
I think most hitters will say, especially hitters that can hit home runs like Adrian, for every one he gets like that, there's 2 or 3 that went 400 feet, 390 feet to left center field that didn't go out of ballpark that were caught.
Right.
I think that's definitely true with Adrian.
2-1 the count to Michael. And the Rangers off to a great start behind Roy Oswalt with 2 here in the first. Michael trying to make it more. And Friedrich. It's a high foul ball down the right side that will twist back and out of play. And the count is 2-2. You know, normally you look at a ball like Beltre and say, well, there must be that jet stream blowing right now, all the help going out to right field. There's not much of a breeze. And the flag's very limply blowing from the left field corner toward the right field corner. So not much help on the field.
No, and a guy like Beltre, he's strong enough to hit a ball 355 foot on a line to right field. There's a curveball.
And Young gone on strikes. The Rangers are finished in the first, but 2 runs on Adrian Beltre's 13th round tripper of the year. We'll head to the top of inning number 2. The Rockies coming up. And it's the Rangers 2, the Rockies nothing on TXA 21. Rangers ahead 2-0. We head to the top of the second inning, and let's say hello to Joel Thomas. Joel?
Hey, thanks, Buzz. Looks like the Rangers on their way to another sellout crowd out here. But we're here in Community Corner tonight to talk about a program that gives encouragement where you least expect to find it. Emmy and Abby each have big physical challenges, but it took Midnight, the miniature horse, to teach them they can overcome those challenges. Midnight is missing a limb, but thanks to his prosthetic leg, he's back on his hooves again. Midnight and Ranch Hand Rescue were just the inspiration Emmy and Abby needed. Find out more about the programs at ranchhandrescue.org. Buzz.
Thanks, Joel. And while we were learning about that very fortunate horse, Michael Kadire hit a little cue shot out to Ian Kinsler for out number 1. Well, some good jobs of changing speeds already by Oswalt. That was an 81 mile an hour, looked like a straight changeup. A pitch that he did not throw much before, but apparently it's in his repertoire. And here's Todd Help.
He struck Giambi out with 1-2, and he threw enough fastballs to Giambi to where he had it set up perfectly 3-2, and Giambi was way out in front of it. So was Kadire.
And a good pitch to the outside corner. That 2-seam fastball that Oswalt has mixed in, and he's out in front of Helton. No balls and 2 strikes. You saw the numbers on Todd Helton down below what you're accustomed to seeing from him. Next pitch is skied to right center field, not very deep. Coming on is Gentry and Cruz, into the center fielder Craig Gentry takes charge and makes the catch. There are 2 away. Now, for those of you who are bent in this direction, 18 pitches in the first inning to get through the inning for Roy Oswalt, and so far 5 pitches to get the first 2 outs here in the second inning.
Yeah, thrown a lot of strikes. 16 strikes, 7 balls. Thrown his fastball for strikes, his changeup for strikes. That was a good curveball that Helton popped up.
Chris Nelson, the Rockies' third baseman, takes strike 1.
Now, one thing you'd have to guess with Oswalt, Buzz, is it's probably a little bit easier to have the adrenaline flowing in this game than it was in the minor league games. He knew he was just getting in shape, and he's trying to perform, but at the same time, he's shooting for his big league start. I have to think today he's a little more pumped up than he has been.
You can bet that man on your screen is pretty well pumped up too. Gentry in a hurry, can't get there. It's down for a single for Chris Nelson. So in each of the first 2 innings, 2 out base hits get runners aboard, prolong the inning for Colorado, and Willian Rosario will come to the plate.
Kind of fought that pitch off up and in. Hit off the handle a little bit. Semi-line drive fell in front of Gentry in center field. If he hit a little bit better, Gentry would have been able to catch it.
Rosario, the rookie catcher, leading all rookie catchers in home runs with 11. That's out of play to the right. And he's also leading all rookie catchers with 32 RBI. You can tell by that on-base percentage that Willian Rosario doesn't believe in walking very much. 274, and he's hitting 238. Oswalt with the 0-1 pitch. Yeah, that's out of play to the right. Rosario, the Rockies feel, is going to be a centerpiece of their redevelopment. Rosario appearing in his 47th ball game of the year. He has a total of 7 walks in 165 plate appearances. There goes the runner. The pitch is lined to right field, or right center field, a base hit. Ian Kinsler almost able to get back to corral that line drive off the bat of Rosario, but couldn't reverse his field in time. With the runner going, he was going to cover second base. And now the Rockies, with back-to-back 2-out singles, have runners at the corners for their shortstop, Jonathan Herrera.
Yeah, Oswalt got a little bit more of the plate than he wanted to ahead in the count like that. Rosario was able to hit that high fastball pretty well.
Well, Herrera steps in, hitting at 239. And he takes a pitch off the plate inside for ball 1. Troy Tulowitzki, the normal shortstop for the Rockies, their all-star shortstop, had successful surgery to repair a torn groin muscle pull yesterday. He's going to be out even longer. He was out since the middle part of May with that groin injury. And he finally aggravated it, I guess, on a rehab assignment game and had to undergo the knife. To center field, Gentry going back. He puts the brakes on, and that will do it. So the back-to-back 2-out singles, no problem. The Rockies strand a couple. We'll head to the bottom of the second. The Rangers 2 and the Rockies nothing on TXA 21. Text your thoughts to Mark McLemore at 469-209-2121. If he reads your text in the postgame show tonight, you'll win a $50 sporting goods gift card from Metro PCS. The text again is 469-209-2121. We get in on that. I want to text Mac some stuff. I've got some ideas for him.
Go for it. Yeah. You know how to text.
No, I don't.
Don't you? I know how to text. You must know how to text.
Well, I know how to do it, but I don't do it. It's not good for my fingers. Here's Nelly Cruz to start things off. Christian Friedrich, the young left-hander, fires strike one.
I'm not really accurate texting. I punched the wrong letter. I hit to the left all the time. I got to start aiming more. Got to aim more to the right.
You hook the text? Is that what happens?
I do enjoy my new phone texting, though. I used to have the old one where you used to have to, if you wanted a certain letter, you had to press 2 or 3 times to get it. It's like, it took about 20 minutes for me to text a sentence.
Nelly with the foul ball makes it a ball and 2 strikes. Thank goodness. All I can say for my texting, thank goodness for predictive text. 1-2 pitch from Friedrich. Swung on, hit well to center field, going back Fowler, but he's going to have room in front of the track. That is out number 1 as Cruz got it airborne a little too much. One away, Mike Napoli coming up.
Got in on him just enough. Friedrich's thrown some pretty good curveballs. Problem is, several of them bounced. I guess we saw in the first inning kind of what his early career has been like. A lot of strikeouts. He threw a great curveball and struck out Michael Young. But then he couldn't make a pitch ahead in the count to Beltre. Got a fastball out over the plate, gave up a home run. He has given up a lot of hits. He has gotten a lot of strikeouts, which based on the 27 pitches we've seen so far would lead you to believe he just needs to be a little more consistent. He's got a solid fastball and a good curveball, just has to refine them a little bit.
And Mike Napoli, a towering pop fly to shallow right field. Gedire plenty of time to get there. A couple of balls in the air, 2 outs, and Yorby Torrealba will come up. Another curveball. If he leaves many curveballs there, Tom, he's not going to get a couple of them back in this ballpark and with his team that he's facing.
I think Mike is probably in the dugout thinking he hopes he gets that same pitch next time up.
Christian Friedrich, 24-year-old. He has, as Tom told you, pitched much better away from Denver than he has in Denver. Little looper down the right field line. In a pursuit is Gedire. It drops fair. Going for 2 is Torrealba. Kadire's throw, the slide, not in time. A hustling double for Yorby Torrealba.
And there's exactly what we're talking about. Ron Washington wants not just the fast guys to be aggressive, everybody to be aggressive. And with 2 outs, you would be more aggressive. It looked like when Kadire caught this ball on a hop or 2 that he had plenty of time to throw Yorby out. But it just goes to show you how tough it is to throw people out on the bases. And the hustle, the aggressiveness puts a man in scoring position now. I think that pleases Ron as much as a home run does.
Yeah, I'm sure it does. Puts a man in scoring position with 2 out for Craig Gentry. And a base hit to left field. Torrealba being waved around third. Gonzalez with the throw to the plate. The slide, he is out at home plate. Great tag by Rosario. Just did get Torrealba. And Carlos Gonzalez, a throw that was there in time. Just a little up the line, but Rosario did a great job of getting Yorby Torrealba reaching back with the tag. So the Rangers don't score on 2 hits. They strand a runner. And we'll go to the top half of inning number 3. Rangers 2, Rockies nothing on TXA 21. They saw that ended the bottom of the second inning, and boy, the Rockies had to do everything right to get Torrealba.
Well, Carlos Gonzalez is one of the best players in baseball, all-around players, and you can see why. I'm not sure that he tagged him in front of home plate. Let's take another look. Boy, that's a close one.
Boy, it sure is.
And the umpire was right on top of the play. He gets a good look at it, just like we do, and there it is right there. You make the call. I can't tell you whether he's out or safe, in which case I'll defer to the umpire on that one. That was a great throw by Gonzalez. Charged the ball, threw it, and a nice tag by the catcher. Nice play all the way around.
DJ Rayburn making that call, and he was on top of it. The second time through the order now for Roy Oswalt, and Dexter Fowler, who popped out to short to lead things off, takes a strike on the curveball. Well, Oswalt has been good the first time through the order. Foul ball, and it makes it 0-2.
He's throwing his pitches for strikes. Right now, Fowler's seen a slow curveball, a changeup. He's down 0-2. Hasn't even seen his fastball this at bat. Got jammed with his pop up to shortstop the first time up.
Pretty good fastball at 92, fouled back.
And one thing he's definitely doing is throwing strikes. 26 strikes, 8 balls.
And half the guys he has faced now, the 10 batters he's faced, he's gone to 0-2 against them. So he's jumping on top of hitters, and that's critical. That fastball's a little bit elevated. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Oswalt has not had a 2-0 count either. That's a pretty good mark to continue here tonight. Breaking ball got him swinging, and there's the slow one.
That one, you know, when you watch a game on TV and you see a pitch like that, you kind of, at least I do, make a little reflex when you think you should swing at the pitch. It looked like it was going to be a little harder than that. Then right at the end, it like stopped and dropped straight down. Right there, it looks like you can hit it. And then it just dropped off the table, as they like to say, and fooled Fowler, and he missed it. I thought it was hittable halfway to the plate, but it sure wasn't.
Yeah, so Fowler thought it was hittable, too.
Yeah, I thought when he swung, he was going to hit it.
And a breaking ball to start off Scudero for a strike. Looked like one of those video games. Speed it up, slow it down. Scudero out on a nice play by Ian Kinsler, taking a ground ball up the middle away from him. High foul ball twisting down the right field line and back into the seats. No balls and 2 strikes. Scudero, as you notice, at 277. He has become all important for the Rockies without Tulowitzki. There's that slow breaking ball. We'll see you later.
That's some kind of curveball, boy. It's only 66 miles an hour. What would you say is the average speed of a big league curveball?
76 to 78, I would think. Yeah, of a curveball. 75 to 78, somewhere around there. This thing is 10 miles an hour slower than that.
Yeah, I think the great thing about that curveball is how sharply it breaks at the slow speed it comes in. So it works almost like a changeup, but it's harder to hit than a changeup because of how much it curves.
2 gone. Here's Carlos Gonzalez, who had a sun-aided double over the head of Josh Hamilton in left field. And this time there is no sun in Josh's eyes, but Carlos Gonzalez has been doing that to a few people again this year. 335 the average.
Yeah, this guy's a good ball player, boy. All-around ball player. Played defense, he hit for power, does everything. Boy, don't you know the A's wish they kept him?
Oh,
that's exactly what they need in their lineup as a player like this.
Hard hit ball, but right to the first baseman, Mike Napoli. To the bag he goes. That will do it. A very quick and easy 1-2-3 inning for Roy Oswalt and the Rangers. After 2.5 in Arlington, Rangers 2, Rockies nothing on TXA 21.
Friday, Friday, Friday.
Baseball on TXA 21 is brought to you by Sports City Toyota. Go to SportsCityToyota.com and we'll deliver anywhere in Texas. And by Whataburger, proud to serve it hot and fresh 24 hours a day. The Rangers leading 2-0, and it could have been a little more. Yorby Torrealba thrown out to end the second inning at home plate. Good play, and that's one of those things, Tom, you were talking about, that Ron Washington will never say a word negative about that play at the plate.
No, because it took a great throw and a great tag, and we're still not sure if he was safe or out. So yeah, I think Wash would have been disappointed if Dave Anderson didn't send him. Mm-hmm. And over the last years that we've had a chance to watch Dave Anderson coach third base, he's a really good third base coach.
Yeah. Here's the birthday boy, Ian Kinsler, 0 for 1. And he skies to right center field. Moving over is Kadire into the alley. 1 away.
Third base coaches are kind of like home plate umpires. The better job they do, the less you notice them. Third base coaches can really stand out when they get a guy thrown out by 20 feet or when they don't send somebody and everyone knows the guy could have made it. You don't see Dave do that very often. He's on the money with his calls at third base.
A great coaching staff working under Ron Washington with Dave Anderson and Gary Pettis, the coach over at first. Boy, all the guys, hard-working, very knowledgeable coaching staff. You go to Scott Coolbaugh and Mike Maddox, Andy Hawkins. Here's Elvis Andrus. First pitch inside. Here's Scott. Well, it is a little bit over a year. And, of course, Jackie Moore, the bench coach. He's seen a lot of baseball in his time. It's low to Elvis. 2 balls, no strikes.
Suppose I'm going to start pecking away at our food list here as we go along. I'm going to wait for a foul ball.
Well, while you read the names, I'll go eat. How's that?
I've got plenty of it over there.
Elvis bluffing a bunt and takes a strike. It's 2-1.
It's some nice homemade chocolate chip cookies from Donna Harlow. She's also known as Nanny from Grapevine, Texas. Thank you very much, Nanny.
Elvis a drive to right field. Kadire going back. And he slams the brakes on shy of the warning track. That's out number 2.
We got 16 cookies from 16 cities. That's the name of a Christian band visiting from Portland, Oregon. See, even they know about cookies. They're here tonight with Rick Brown from Richardson, Texas. They'll be at the Heights Church in Richardson on Sunday. Thanks for the cookies. I was going to say guys, but I don't know if you're girls or guys. Also got a nice basket of chocolate chip pecan cookies from Jan, Tim, Allison, and Ashley Schmidt. Actually, Allison and Jan made the cookies. And along with a lot of other people today, Rachel Thomas for one, they would like to wish Ian Kinsler a happy birthday today. So we'll do that too. Happy birthday, Ian. Ian's 0 for 2, so he's going to be looking for a base hit to drive in a run his next time up on his birthday.
Hamilton shoots one foul onto the left side and back into the lower suites. It is 1 ball and 1 strike to Josh, who walked and scored ahead of Beltre's home run in the first inning. Christian Friedrich back to the plate. And a little topper foul outside first by Gary Pettis, and the count moves to 1-2.
Got a nice basket of Oreo balls, courtesy of Robert, Amanda, and Cindy Bell. Butterscotch brownies from Shirley Coast, our cookie lady. Thank you very much, Shirley.
Swung on and missed. Ball in the dirt, and Rosario makes the tag, and the Rangers, for the first time tonight, are sent down in 1-2-3 fashion. We finished 3, the Rangers 2, and the Rockies nothing on Friday Night Baseball on TXA 21. The fans, a week from tomorrow, the final Saturday of the month, the Rangers host the A's, and Budweiser presents Reckless Kelly after the game. See Texas take on Oakland at 6:15 on June 30th. Then enjoy live Texas country as Reckless Kelly plays on the field. Call 972-RANGERS or go to TexasRangers.com for tickets today. The way tickets have been going around here, I would suggest doing that today. It has been something here in Arlington. Jason Giambi leading off the top of the fourth inning. Giambi, a strikeout victim, his first time to the plate. Roy Oswalt just threw his 43rd pitch of the night, his 32nd strike. And a good fastball in on the fist of Giambi. It's 0-2.
Joreen and Russell Carpenter are here from the Carpenter Ranch. That's located in Detroit, Red River County, Texas, 13 miles east of Paris. And they sent up, I don't know if you tried these yet or not, Buzz, authentic pasture patty cookies from their cattle ranch.
Wait a minute.
Actually, they look more like chocolate to me.
Oh, okay.
3 generations of their family work daily on their ranch. So thank you very much. And enjoy the game, Joreen and Russell. Joreen's 70th birthday today.
As long as I haven't seen them, but as long as they're not cow patties, I might take a chance on them. I get a little worried about that. Next pitch to Giambi, hit in the air to left field. Long run for Hamilton. It's holding up for him, and Josh able to corral it just shy of the warning track. Now, before Michael Kadire steps in, let's say hello once again to Joel Thomas. Joel?
Hey, thanks, Buzz. I want to tell you about an event that's happening June 30th when the A's are in town. It's called Texas Tweet Up. And for anywhere from $35 to $42, you get all this sweet T-shirt. You get tickets to the game and tickets to a roundtable. It'll be hosted by Fox Sports Southwest Emily Jones. You'll be able to meet the Rangers PA man, Chuck Morgan, a Ranger, and all the working journalists who cover the Rangers on a daily basis. All of that from anywhere from $35 to $42. As you can imagine, tickets are going fast. Go to TexasRangers.com/Texas Tweet Up. Buzz?
All right, Joel, thank you. Michael Kadire took ball one, and now he takes strike one as a fastball is poured over the outside corner by Roy Oswalt. Kadire, a ground ball to second, his first time to the plate. Kadire having a pretty good year in Colorado. 11 home runs, 45 driven in.
My last one, Buzz, is from Bob Smalley. He sent up 2 giant Weichels strudels from that famous bakery in LaGrange, Texas. Today is his wife Linda's 70th birthday. And also, I guess this weekend, their 47th wedding anniversary. The whole family is having dinner tonight, watching the game. So I'm pretty sure they're all watching, all the Smalleys. So thank you very much for the strudel. That was tremendous. And happy birthday, Linda.
2-2 pitch. We'll see you later.
Michael Kadire.
Yeah. Go sit down. My goodness, that high fastball, and at 92 miles an hour, Kadire not able to catch up with it.
The one thing you have to say, Buzz, about Roy Oswalt is he is rising to the occasion of 47,000 people pitching for a pennant contender, making his big league debut for the Rangers. His minor league stints were to get to the point where he was ready for this start, and he is showing that he is definitely ready for the start. Throwing the ball very well tonight. A lot of strikes, mixing up his pitches, a lot of quality strikes to go along with it. This is impressive.
Elvis on over to Napoli, and that is 7 in a row set down by Roy Oswalt and company. 3.5 in the books. Rangers leading the Rockies 2-0 on TXA 21. of the game is Toyota of Dallas, your Toyota connection. The connection tonight has been between the man at the plate, Adrian Beltre, and that little sphere of cowhide that Christian Friedrich has thrown up there. Home run going the other way for Beltre. And that is accounted for the only runs of the game as Adrian takes a strike. Well, Beltre now 47 runs driven in. They go along with 13 round trippers. Pretty good breaking ball, and here's a look back on what happened in the first. Mr. Rocket that got airborne and didn't come down for 355 feet, and that was enough to get it out of the ballpark. And Adrian pops this foul. That'll reach the seats near the Ranger dugout.
Buzz, we've got a good friend, a Ranger friend. He works in customer service for the Rangers. His name is James Love. He's recovering from heart surgery. James, I hope you're watching tonight. Hope you're feeling better. Hope the surgery went well, and hope you're back here on the job as soon as possible. So best wishes for a speedy recovery.
0-2 pitch to Beltre. Check swing on a pretty good breaking ball. The appeal down at first, and Jim Wolf says nope, no swing. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
But Beltre's kind of in the same situation he was in his first time up, behind in the count. Good call. Friedrich unable, at least so far in this at bat, to make a pitch with his curveball. Fouled it off. Last time up, ran the count to 3-2, threw him a fastball, and Beltre, that's the ball he lined out of the ballpark. I don't know how he fouled that last pitch off.
I don't have any idea. The way his front leg
Sometimes
feels.
you can say that was a nice foul ball just to stay alive.
1-2 pitch. That's out of play to the right.
Is that frustrating for a pitcher? You got 2 strikes on the hitter. You make what you think is a great pitch.
Oh, yeah.
And he gets a piece of it.
Yeah.
That's got to drive you crazy.
It does. It did me anyway.
I would think it would.
Especially when it's with a bad swing.
Yeah.
You know, just a little half swing and you just barely tick it foul. Up the middle, look out. That's off of Friedrich. It caroms to the second baseman. A flip throw not in time. Scudero didn't even get it out of his glove. He just flipped it with the glove. And they're going to go out and take a look at Christian Friedrich. That ball looked like it hit him right in the middle of the back.
Well, Beltre in San Diego hit a ball back through the middle, even harder than that. And it went right over the pitcher's head. And all you say is, boy, thank goodness that didn't hit the pitcher. Well, that was a hard hit ball. Went out faster than it came in. Let's see where it hit Christian. Kind of glanced off his back. He might be okay. It didn't. Well, they hit him pretty solidly right in the numbers. We'll see if he's okay. I thought Scudero might have had time to field it and throw it.
Yeah.
Because when he throws it with his glove now, it's like a changeup going to first base.
I agree with you. I think that, you know, even though Adrian's running a lot better, he's still not the fastest guy around. And I think Scudero just didn't really think about who he was throwing. He just reacted the way that he would with anybody running.
Yeah. Well, hopefully Friedrich is okay.
And we haven't mentioned this to you tonight, but Friedrich's has 47 pitches right now, and Jim Tracy has put his staff on a 4-man rotation, starting rotation, and each starter is limited to about 75 pitches, and they don't vary that very much. Total up on the board right there is what Friedrich has thrown already. Kind of a unique situation.
Yeah, I admire them for taking a shot at something and trying something unorthodox. There's no other teams doing it. Obviously, they're not a contender. They don't anticipate being a contender. And so they think, I'm sure, to develop their staff, this is the best way to do it. And we'll see if it works for them.
Well, Friedrich has convinced Jim Tracy, Bob Apodaca, and the Rockies trainer that he's okay, and they're going to leave him in there.
There's some times in the minor leagues where you would see a minor league organization try something like this, I guess, to get more people, more work. But you don't see it at the big league level very often. You definitely don't see it with a contender. It's just not the way you do it. But when you're a non-contender, you're probably going a little more of the development route than win at all cost.
Well, Beltre at first, nobody out here in the 4th inning. Michael Young steps in. Young went down swinging to end the Ranger first inning. And Friedrich goes to work, and Young pops one foul. That will reach the seats over the Ranger dugout. You know, I read a thing that I remember when I was growing up, and it was in the early to maybe mid-'60s. Leo DeRocher was managing the Cubs, and they decided they were going to go with 3 pitchers in every game. You go 3, 3, and 3. And that lasted about 4 days. You know, starting pitchers were mad because they wouldn't get a win. All they could do is get a loss.
You have to alternate, I guess.
And relievers were mad because they just didn't like it. That's out of play to the right, and Young down in a 0-2 hole.
Well, I guess if you throw 3 innings and you throw 40 or 50 pitches in 3 innings, you need at least 2 days off before you can pitch again.
I would think so.
So I guess you'd have to have 12 people to make it work.
0-2 pitch to Young. Line drive right at the shortstop, Herrera. And he looked Beltre back, and Adrian able to get back to first with no play on him. Michael hit it on the button, has nothing to show for it. And 1 out now for Nelly Cruz. Michael didn't quite get enough air under that ball. Smoked that line drive that Herrera able to capture. Here's Cruz, who flied out to medium deep center field his first time up. That ball's hit well to left center field. That's going to plug the gap. Over to cut it off Gonzalez. He slides on the track. Beltre being waved around third. Here comes the throw. It is not cut off, and in to score is Beltre. Now they've got Cruz in a rundown, and the tag out at second base. And it looked like Kadire came in. That was Kadire that made that tag as he came all the way in from right field to be part of that rundown. And he ends up tagging out Nelly Cruz.
Oh, you love to see that. You don't see it very often at the big leagues, but that's a heads-up play by Kadire. Kadire in the game is grounded out and struck out, so he's not out there worried about being 0 for 2. He's getting himself in the play. But good job by Nelly. Drives it into the gap, and a nice job by the Rockies with the cutoff play. The throw to home hit the cutoff man. Nelly, I think, was counting on the ball going past the cutoff man, in which case he would have been into third base with 1 out. But watch the throw from the cutoff man is right on the money, and it's cut off by Helton.
So it goes 7-6, 3-9. And Napoli skies one to right field. Going back, Kadire. He's at the wall. Goodbye. Mike Napoli, an opposite field bomb. And the Rangers lead 4-0.
Well, when the lineup is clicking, there's no rest for a pitcher. We've got Mike Napoli hitting 7th. He just popped up a curveball, a good curveball to hit the first time up. That time he didn't miss the fastball, hit it almost in the same spot where Adrian hit his home run.
So Mike Napoli with his 12th home run of the year. For the Rangers now, 90 home runs for the 2012 season. 4-0 Texas. And here's Yorby Torrealba, who had a blue double his first time up. Grounds the first pitch to third, and Nelson across the diamond. That is out number 2. Out number 3, excuse me. So that'll do it. Rangers with a couple of runs in the inning, nobody left. After 4 complete, 4-0 Texas on TXA 21. TXA 21 is brought to you by your Texas Ford dealers. Ford is the best in Texas. And the Rangers right now, the best in Arlington by far. They are the best in Major League Baseball, as a matter of fact, record-wise. Mike Napoli capping a 2-run outburst in the 4th inning with his 12th home run of the year and his 30th RBI. And Roy Oswalt to the hill. He now has a 4-run advantage with which to work, and he will work to the bottom third of the Rocky order. Chris Nelson looks at a pitch. It's a little bit low for ball 1. Nelson singled to center back in the 2nd inning. Big swing and a miss is the string again pulled by Oswalt.
Well, that's a good changeup he's featuring, too.
I don't remember him throwing that good a changeup when we saw him with the Astros. Chopper to short, charging Elvis, off balance throw, and he got him by a couple of steps. Well, folks, if you're hitting the road this summer, take the Rangers with you. Subscribe to MLB.tv today and see every Rangers out-of-market game live online or on your favorite devices in HD quality. Visit TexasRangers.com to order and get more details. MLB.tv, it's baseball everywhere. Willeen Rosario will step in. He is the last Rocky hitter to reach base against Oswalt. And that pitch is in the dirt all the way to the backstop off the glove of Torrealba. Rosario, 2nd inning single. And you look at the pitch counts. That is fairly consistent. Well, 11 pitches in both the 3rd and 4th. Come down. And
he had 18 in the 1st, but he would have had about 12 or 13 if the sun didn't get in Josh's eyes on the ball that Gonzalez hit.
Yeah, good point. That did cost him quite a few pitches that inning.
Yeah, he struck Giambi out on a 3-2 pitch, so it was at least 6 pitches. Whoa.
Oh, look out. Up the middle, Oswalt got low bridged by Rosario, and he has swung the bat effectively twice against Oswalt, lining back up the middle both times. But this one a little too close for comfort as far as Roy Oswalt is concerned. Well, before you throw another pitch, you better check and see if there's a bullseye painted on the pitcher's mound out there. Both pitchers have been zeroed in by hitters in the last inning. Beltre almost knocked Friedrich out of the ball game, and now Oswalt got low bridge pretty effectively by Rosario. Jonathan Herrera, the hitter.
Yeah, Roy's lucky he wasn't 6'5" like most big league pitchers are. Might not have been able to duck out of the way of that thing.
Herrera, the shortstop, a fly ball to center field. That ended things for the Rockies in the 2nd. There's that changeup again. It's 1 ball and 1 strike.
But with his delivery, he really sells that changeup. It looks just, you think it's going to be a fastball till it pops out of his hand.
1-1 pitch. That's a fastball for a strike. Now, it kind of reminds me of the changeup that Nolan developed when he came over to the Rangers. He'd thrown it a couple of years before in Houston, but that was a huge pitch for Nolan later on in his career. And if he'd had that thing when he was in his prime, in his 20s and early 30s, he might have had 17 no-hitters instead of 7.
Yeah, he would have had double digits, that's for sure.
Of course, he got accused of scuffing the ball a little bit on that changeup too every once in a while. And I don't think he did that. Line drive, base hit to left field off the bat of Herrera. Checking in at 2nd is Rosario. So the Rockies, with 1 out now, have back-to-back singles, 2 runners aboard, and the top of the order coming up.
Well, this time Herrera waited on the changeup, outside corner, but up a little bit.
Dexter Fowler to step in against Roy Oswalt. Rosario at 2nd, Herrera at 1st. Fowler this evening has popped to short and struck out. Rockies now with 5 hits, the Rangers with 6, but the Rangers with 4 in the run column. Slow breaking ball in and over to Fowler. It's 0-1. Fowler, the switch hitter, up there from the left side. Oswald back to the plate. And the pitch fouled away to the left side and back into the club level of seatings here at Rangers Ballpark in Arlington. And the crowd really filling in. Very, very few empty seats visible from our vantage point. Maybe a few. Well, those folks are probably out getting popcorn or something up there in that far corner. Rangers looking for their 21st sellout of the year, which would tie the all-time mark set in the first year of the ballpark operation in 1994. And this is home game. Ground ball just foul. Napoli over. And that ball just going on the foul side of first base as Knapp reached for it. And Jim Wolf, the first base umpire, immediately signaling foul. This is home game number 33 for the year. Less than halfway. Matter of fact, when we get to the end of this homestand, the Rangers will be exactly halfway in the season. They will have played 81 ball games. No balls, 2 strikes to count to Fowler. Fowler with excellent speed, a tough man to double up. Rangers looking for the 2-ball. And the pitch, a fastball, foul back. Defensive alignment, as you can see, the outfield maybe a step or so around to the left for the left-handed hitting Fowler. Kinsler and Andrews up at double play depth. Roy Oswalt about ready to throw his 15th pitch of this inning. So this is the longest inning pitch-wise that he's had since the first. Studying the signs from Yorby Torrealba. Now Fowler's had enough waiting, and he asked for time and backs out. Now Torrealba's going to go out and have a little chat with Oswalt. And you see this a lot, I think, with Ranger catchers, that with Torrealba and Napoli, they're not afraid to go out and say, hey, to a pitcher, hey, what do you want to throw? If they're not familiar with him, especially, whether it be a young pitcher like a Justin Grimm, for example, or a veteran like Roy Oswalt. No sense going through a multitude of signs and hoping you hit it on the right one. The 0-2. Breaking ball, check swing. Did he go around? No, he did not. Ron Culpa down there at third gives the palm down safe sign. No swing.
Big leg kick, and he checked it. Definitely wouldn't have hit it if he swung at it.
Oswalt's 1-2 delivery. Topper off the plate. Napoli will have one play, and that's to underhand to Oswalt covering. And Roy gets over there to make it a 3-1 putout. Both Rosario and Herrera advance 90 feet. They are at third and second now with 2 outs, and Marco Scudero coming up. Take a look at the Ford leaderboard. Strikeout to walk ratio among active pitchers, and Roy Oswalt again back in that group. Down here and leading the way. That's a pretty select group of pitchers. Halladay, Santana, Oswalt, Cliff Lee. Minimum of 1,500 innings pitched. These guys can definitely get it done. And Oswalt trying to work around back-to-back singles here in the 5th inning. He has 2 outs. Scudero has grounded out and struck out. Oswalt will work from the windup, throws an off-speed pitch that finds the inside corner.
They struck out Scudero the last time up. Scudero, one of the tougher guys in the National League to strike out. Good contact hitter.
Oswalt's 0-1 pitch. Fastball, called strike. Oh, a slow hook, a heater. One thing about Roy Oswalt, when he's painting the corners of the plate like that pitch tracker will tell you, he is tough to deal with for anybody. 0-2 pitch. Ground ball right at Ian Kinsler.
I like he doesn't waste a pitch.
Sidearms on to Napoli, and that'll do. Yeah, no
just
wasting
right
there. No runs, 2 hits, 2 left. Halfway through the ball game, Rangers 4, Rockies nothing. On GXA 21's Friday Night Baseball. to Rangers Ballpark in Arlington. AT&T trivia question for tonight. The first Rangers pitcher to throw a complete game in interleague play. That's been going on since '97. So I want you to name the first Ranger pitcher to have a complete game in interleague play. Give you about a half inning to ponder that and come back with a question for you, or the answer for you. I already gave you the question. Bottom of the fifth inning, and the number 9 man, Craig Gentry, will start things off, then back to the top of the order for Ian Kinsler and Elvis Andrus. Rangers 4 runs on 6 hits. Rockies no runs on 5 hits. And Roy Oswalt 5 shutout innings in his Ranger debut tonight. Gentry a base hit to left, his first trip to the plate. Bunts, and this one right back to the mound. Friedrich off, fires to first, and just does get him, and Gentry's hurt. Gentry hurt himself when he hit the bag, and I think he might have gotten his ankle.
Well, I hope he's okay.
Yeah.
I think the most shocked guy in the ballpark was Friedrich when he threw that ball and Gentry almost beat it out. He basically bunted that ball hard, right straight back to the mound and almost beat it out. And we'll keep our fingers crossed on that. What a shame. The start that Craig is off to right now.
So you show you in real time how long it took Craig Gentry to get down the first baseline. Yeah, he kind of lunged at the bag, didn't he, Tom?
Yeah.
A lot of times that'll put a little extra stress on those joints.
Well, it just shows it. Any kind of a bunt at all, decent bunt. Oh, you saw his foot, his ankle bend right there. Yep.
Pitch to Kinsler, and it hits him. Well, Friedrich with an off-speed pitch, and Ian will take that. Even though it's his birthday.
He's not moving if it's 100 miles an hour. No. He's sure not moving if it's 60 miles an hour.
Well, the hit batter, and Kinsler's aboard, and Rangers have been gearing up their base stealing game of late. They had a string of 11 consecutive stolen bases by the team broken the other night, but had a couple more after that. Kinsler had 2 in the ball game on Wednesday. Here's Elvis, and he takes the strike. Elvis, a line drive to right, a ground ball to second this evening. 295 the average, as you will note. Kinsler a modest lead at first, reading Friedrich. Swinging a foul ball. I got a pretty good piece of Rosario. It's no balls and 2 strikes. And Craig Gentry talking with Ron Washington, and Kevin Harmon down there had gone out to attend to him. So you want to be a catcher, huh?
Took that one off the hand, it looked like.
Yeah. You got guys getting the mash unit going here, right and left.
Well, the Rangers have had to battle through some injuries at this time of year. The good part about that is, Buzz, when guys start to get healthy, it's going to be like making trades at the trade deadline. You start to get guys back like Felice and Holland and Ogando. They're all making progress. I don't think any of them are necessarily close to coming back, but over the next month and a half, we'll start to get them back, and that'll be a nice shot in the arm. In the meantime, other guys, Koji Uehara, same thing. Koji will be back, working on his flipping his son. Now, you got to remember, you can get hurt doing that, too. Greg Harris went on the disabled list because he was flicking sunflower seeds in the bullpen too much. So be careful, Koji. Do it with your left hand, big guy.
Not an ambidextrous.
That might be something new for him.
Yeah, it probably is.
He hasn't heard the Harris story yet.
And time called momentarily. Elvis not quite ready yet. Rosario good enough to stay in the game. Back down behind the plate, flashing out the signs. Ian Kinsler, the runner at first. 1 out. An 0-2 count on Elvis Andrus. There goes Kinsler. They've got him picked off. Helton to throw to second. They've got him. Herrera applying the tag, and Ian Kinsler picked off, then shot down trying to go to second base. Goes 1-3-6 on the putout, and the second out of the inning is recorded at second. And before you folks watching that say, wait a minute, his foot was in there before he tagged him. Maybe, but umpires, when the ball beats you by that much, unless the ball's dropped, they're going to call you out almost every time. Guillermo Moscoso, the right-hander, is starting to loosen in the bullpen. As Friedrich has gotten his pitch total up to 60 now. The next pitch low to Elvis, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes, I should say. Friedrich waiting patiently on top of the hill, and Rosario flashing the signs. The 1-2 to Elvis. And that will even things up. Two-two delivery. High and down the right field line. That will twist back and into the third row out of play as Kadire over there to take a look at it. Hey, Ranger fans, say hello to an old friend. That's Brendan Higgins is returning to TV as the new co-host of CBS 11 News this morning. He'll be joined by Adrian Bankert, and it all begins Monday, the 25th of June. It's only on CBS 11. Again, the 2-2. Breaking ball call, strike 3. Elvis walking across home plate had an idea that hook was going to find the outside corner. Rangers gone in the 5th, and after 5, Rangers 4, Rockies nothing on TXA 21. Rangers ballpark in Arlington, and let's take a look at the AT&T trivia question. Who was the first Rangers pitcher to throw a complete game in interleague? And that would be John Burkett back in the first year of interleague against these same Colorado Rockies. Rangers won 9-1 in that ball game. John Burkett had a lot of good ball games for the Rangers. Well, Craig Gentry, who we were concerned about,
did not expect to see that, Buzz.
No.
That's a very nice sight.
Rolled that ankle a little bit, but he's back out there.
You see Michael Young point to Martin saying, you better start loosening up, kid. Boy, the way he twisted his ankle and limped, I did not expect to see him back.
Yeah, he's back out there, and when you make the better part of your living with your legs, you got to make sure that thing's close to 100%, and apparently Craig feels that he can handle that out there, so he's back in the outfield. 1-1 pitch. Off speed and outside.
Craig's an all-out guy, just like a lot of the guys are, and he has had a few little injuries here and there, but the last thing he wants to do is come out of the lineup right now. He came into the game hitting .348. He's hitting about .350 now, playing really good defense, getting his time to shine, and he wants to stay on the field. I don't blame him.
Maybe somebody embarrassed him to get back out there. He's afraid to have somebody start hooting on him in the clubhouse.
Either that, or he's afraid someone's going to go out there and go 3 for 3 for the rest of the game and get the next start.
That could be.
I guess we're all afraid of those kind of things happening.
2-2 pitch to Carlos Gonzalez is in the dirt, and the count has gone full. Just the second 3-ball count that Roy Oswalt's had against anybody tonight. And the first one was back in the first inning, and it ended up being a strikeout of Jason Giambi. Oswalt about ready to throw his 78th pitch on the way. A breaking ball low and inside. Gonzalez takes it. And a leadoff walk in the 6th inning for Roy Oswalt. His first free pass of the night.
That's the first leadoff hitter of an inning to get on base. And that's a pitch that will strike out some hitters. Gonzalez is a good hitter. 3-2. He didn't fish for the curveball. And it was definitely fishable. He just took it.
Well, now Jason Giambi will step in. 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a fly to left. And a fastball nails the outside corner. It's 0-1. Giambi, the veteran slugger. We mentioned 300 lifetime hitter in this ballpark. 20 home runs in his time against Ranger pitching. A ball and a strike. That was Oswalt's 80th pitch of the night. And you remember that Tom told you he threw 100 pitches his last outing down in Round Rock 5 days ago. Got Giambi on the fist, and it's fought off foul to the left. And still, Oswalt had the reputation, especially when he was really going well with the Astros, a couple of back-to-back 20-win seasons, of getting stronger as the game went on. Now, whether that was him actually getting stronger or throwing harder, or the hitters just not being able to believe that he was as good as he was late in the game, it's hard to say. But very much a bulldog, a tough competitor on the mound. Roy Oswalt, you don't win 159 games in the big leagues without knowing what you're doing and sticking to it, being a tough competitor. Fastball just missed the inside corner. Oswalt, I believe, thought he made a pitch there to get Giambi out.
Close enough to be a strike.
A 2-2 the count. And Giambi protecting home plate, fouls it away. Giambi, like the majority of the Rocky hitters on this road trip, and this is the last stop on a 3-city road trip for the Rockies, not enjoying a lot of success. Giambi just 2 out of 14. Rockies started in Detroit, went to Philadelphia, and now they were finishing up with 3 against the Rangers this weekend. So far, they've gone 2-4 in the first 2 stops. Oswalt, a check of first, and back to Giambi. Swinging strike 3. 92-mile-an-hour fastball. That's out number 1. And let's go over to Joel Thomas. Joel?
Hey, thanks, Buzz. I got my new friends here, Ramon and his son Elias and his nephew Toby over here to show you the weekend giveaways. Hold that bat up real high there, Elias. This is the Cholula Hot Sauce Mike Young bat. First kids under the age of 13, 10,000 kids under the age of 13. Get this for tomorrow afternoon's 2:05 game. You're on, Toby. Hold it up. Hold it up. All right, and this is Sunday's giveaway. This is the beach style to be given away to the first 10,000 kids under the age of 13. Also, they'll get $1 Bluebell ice cream. A lot of giveaways. And, by the way, it's Elias' 7th birthday. You like that bat, Elias? You keep it, my friend. And, Toby, there you go. Going away prize. Buzz.
All right, Joel. Thank you.
Nice giveaway
Those,
items.
yeah, those are 2 happy young men right there.
All right.
They got a bat and a bleach towel out of it. Wow. Michael Kadire coming back after hitting a little topped roller down the third base line that stayed in foul territory. 0-1 the count to Kadire with Gonzalez at first. One away. Kadire, a ground ball and a strikeout tonight. Maybe it's a little blooper that will reach the seats down the right field line. It's another 0-2 count against Roy Oswalt.
A lot of swings and late foul balls off his fastball today.
Yep.
And that's a product of a good fastball and a lot of good off-speed pitches to go along with it.
And he's been able to run the ball off both sides of the plate inside the left-handed hitters and right-handed hitters too. And that, oh, what a great quality that is.
Yep.
Oswalt has the one he wants. Fastball, call strike 3. Kadire only half-heartedly questioning DJ Rayburn about it. You hate to take a pitch like that and not say something to the umpire like it might have been a bad pitch. But I don't think he really meant it.
Well, it was pretty much a perfect strike. Just touching the outside corner. Came back just enough to touch the corner.
So 6 strikeouts now for Roy Oswalt. He has 2 away in the 6th inning, and Todd Helton will come to the plate. A little toss to first, and Carlos Gonzalez able to get back with the dive. Helton, the 5-time All-Star. Fly ball and a ground ball tonight, 0 for 2. And he takes strike 1.
Boy, he's just going in and out both sides of the plate, one right after the other.
.34-year-old Roy Oswalt making his Ranger debut tonight. And whatever you folks had hoped for from Oswalt, I don't think you could have hoped for any more than what you're seeing tonight. If you did, you're asking for the moon. This is pretty good stuff. .89 total pitches, 64 of them 4 strikes. The 1-1. That's just off the outside corner. Oswalt, who came up with the Astros and spent the majority of his career with them, went over 2 years ago in midsummer to the Phillies. Went 7-1 for Philadelphia in the last half of that season. It's fouled off to Torrealba. Irvine got a pretty good piece of that on his left arm. Rangers hoping they can get the same Roy Oswalt or the same results that Oswalt had that year with the ball club this year. Torrealba out, not so much to talk to Oswalt as he is to let the pain in that arm go away, or maybe the feeling come back, whichever. And Oswalt about ready to throw his 20th pitch this inning. And the fans here, all 47,000 plus of them, getting behind the Mississippian. Hard hit ball, base hit to left field. Michael Young, couple of steps to his left, but no chance to get that rifle shot. And Helton, an opposite field single, runners at first and second, and Chris Nelson coming up.
That'll be the 3rd time in the game that Roy has pitched with a couple of men on base. He had men on first and third in the 2nd inning. Had to get out of a 2nd and 3rd jam last inning. Now it's 1st and 2nd this inning. Helton's been a great hitter. Not having a great season this year, but still a threat at the plate.
Chris Nelson a single in 2 trips. He fouls it away to the right, and it's 0-1. Yeah, Helton, a .325 lifetime hitter. And at 39, almost 40, I mean, you can understand that maybe the bat's slowing down a little bit, but boy, he still swings a pretty magic wand up there sometimes. Still has the ability to use the entire ballpark.
The stat you love about him is he's walked 1,200 times and struck out about 1,000 times.
0-2 now, the count to Nelson. And again, the crowd, some standing now, getting behind Roy Oswalt. He nods in agreement with Torrealba. The 0-2 pitch. Fastball hit in the air to right field. Going back Cruz. He stops. Waits for it to come down out of the twilight. And that will do it. Will the Astros strand a couple of more on a hit and a walk. After 5.5, Rangers 4, Rockies nothing on TXA 21. It's time for the Sonic Slam inning, brought to you by Sonic. Tonight's jackpot is worth $400 and dinner for two at Sonic Drive-In. Today, the Rangers are hitting for Gene Edwards from Fort Worth. If a Ranger hits a grand slam during this inning, Gene is going to be $25,000 richer. So Gene Edwards from Fort Worth, sit back and enjoy the happenings here. You can register at any participating Sonic restaurant to be part of this. And I kind of like Gene's chances. You got Hamilton, Beltre, and Young coming up with Cruz to follow. Christian Friedrich back to the mound, and he has just about reached his total pitch count that Jim Tracy has set for him. 63 as he faces Hamilton. Moscoso continuing to loosen out in the left center field bullpen. Josh 0 for 1 with a walk, goes after the first pitch and loops one that will land just by the tarpaulin down the left field line. It's 0-1. Guillermo Moscoso, right-hander, up and resuming his throws down in the bullpen. Christian Friedrich, glove up in front of his face, and he's ready to go to work against a Hamilton with an 0-1 count. And that big breaking ball gets the outside corner. 0-2.
Yeah, it was close to a strike, but not actually a strike.
That is strike three, according to DJ Rayburn, and Josh Hamilton doesn't believe it. Here the Texas Can Academy runs for the kids. Adrian Beltre going out to right field. Followed in the fourth inning by Mike Napoli, and guess where he hit it? Yeah, right field again. Right off the car, not the kid. Rangers going deep a couple of times tonight.
Friedrich actually has a great pitch count. He's only thrown 67 pitches with one out in the sixth inning. He's given up 6 hits and 4 runs in the game. But he's thrown up plenty of strikes himself. Worked quickly.
Beltre, a ground ball that stayed down, went right between the wickets of Chris Nelson at third, and Beltre rounding first, a big turn, and he slams on the brakes and will hang on with what I assume will be an error on Chris Nelson at third.
Adrian was going to be aggressive and try to get to second. He's probably going to lift up a little too soon or never get down, actually.
So the error charged to Nelson. That puts Beltre aboard, and Beltre has been aboard all 3 times tonight. He's homered, singled, and now the error.
Good idea by Beltre not to go to second on Gonzalez. He'll throw you out. We've already seen that once in the game.
Yeah, we have. Here's Michael Young. Young 0 for 2, a line drive to short and a strikeout. And the off-speed pitch is a bit low for ball 1. Michael now down below the 270 mark. He's at 269 and showed signs about 2 weeks ago of coming out of his early season funk, but now has had trouble, gotten back into it. Fly ball to right, playable for Kadire. Couple of steps to his left, that's out number 2. And we'll bring up Nelly Cruz. Well, an update on the tickets that are available this weekend. For tomorrow, 4,500 reserved seats are still available, and for Sunday, just 1,000. So go to TexasRangers.com and get yours, or you can call 972-RANGERS. Come on out to the ballpark and be a part of either tomorrow afternoon, a 2:05 first pitch, or Sunday, a 6:05 first pitch. Rangers and Rockies, both of those ball games, and that'll do it for the interleague schedule for 2012. Nelly Cruz takes a fastball strike on the inside corner. It's 0-1. Cruz tonight, a fly ball to center and a RBI double to left center field. He was out trying to stretch that into Moore as the throw came in. Hard hit ball. Look out, Adrian Beltre. He gets out of the way. It's a base hit to right. Beltre around second, going to third. Here's Kadire's throw, and it hit him. The second base umpire, Wally Bell, said it
hit Beltre?
Yeah, the batted ball hit Beltre and apparently got him on the shirt, because Beltre doesn't believe it. Now Wally Bell is going to go in and have a talk with Rod Washington, who's saying, what in the world is going on? And Wally Bell is trying to explain to him. He said, look, from my vantage point, I saw his shirt ruffle when the ball went by him.
Maybe he's right. Let's see. I don't think so.
No.
The only thing that would have ruffled was his kneecap.
Well, in any event, Rangers are done in the 6th, but after 6 complete, they lead 4-0 over Colorado on TXA 21. Roy Oswald going to work in the top of the 7th inning. Willeen Rosario, who is 2 out of 2, a wild swing and a miss. It's 0-1.
He was thinking he was going to get that same fastball. He ripped right by Roy the last time up. That time he fooled him with a changeup.
And a line drive to right center field. That's going to settle in for Rosario's 3rd hit of the night. Well, yeah, young man having quite an evening. He's aboard to start the 7th inning. Well, folks, the best of the American League take on the National League top players in the 2012 Major League All-Star Game. Don't miss the battle for World Series home field advantage. It's coming up Tuesday, July 10th at 6:30 Central Time on Fox. The road to October starts now, or then, or in April, or whatever you happen to be. Fastball strike to Jonathan Herrera. Willian Rosario on with his third hit of the night, a leadoff single here in the 7th inning.
Oswalt's approaching 100 pitches. He's had 99 right now. The same pitch almost exactly as the first pitch for 0-2. A lot of 0-2 counts. Robbie Ross warmed up and ready to go.
Boy, Oswalt, talking about getting ahead of hitters. This is his 12th 0-2 count of the night. That is proverbially pounding the strike zone. Herrera 1 for 2, and he takes a pitch just low and outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Oswalt still working quickly, and that curveball slips out of his hand, and the count goes even now at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Oswalt walking behind the mound, doing a little talking to himself. Uses that Spike Master 2012 and knocks some of the dirt off. Now he's back up on top and ready to work. Rosario, the runner at first, and the pitch fouled back.
Fowler's a switch hitter. He's the next hitter. Much better left-handed than right-handed. Oswalt now will be throwing 103 pitches. Needs to get this guy right here.
Could be a 2 ball to Andrews. Back to Napoli. Yes, sir. 4-6-3.
Well, he needed to get that guy. He might as well get the other guy along with him. It'll give him a great chance to throw 7 innings today.
Now the Rangers turning their 56th double play of the year.
Good fastball right in on the fist. Soft little ground ball. Turned easily by Kinsler and Elvis.
The base is empty, 2 away, and here's the aforementioned Dexter Fowler, who is 0 for 3 tonight. Oswalt with the fastball, belt high strike. Fowler now just 3 out of 21 on this road trip for the Rockies as he looks at strike 2.
77 strikes and 28 balls.
That's pretty good ball strike ratio, or strike ball ratio.
You know, the only reason his pitch count is as high as it is, they haven't been able to put the ball in play against him. They've either taken it, missed it, or fouled it off, which has run the pitch count for as well as he's thrown. Actually a little bit high, 106.
Hard hit ball. That's just fair down the left field line. Hamilton over. He gets by him. It's going to go all the way in the corner, and Fowler around second. He will motor into third with a 2-out triple. Hamilton tried to cut it off, and it got right up against the wall, and Josh couldn't get to it. And Fowler with the 3-bagger is standing at third now with 2 outs, and Mike Maddox is on his way to the mound.
And Mike's going to make sure he's okay. Carlos Gonzalez is the next hitter, a left-hand hitter. He's handled Scudero pretty well tonight. Couple of soft ground balls to second and a strikeout. I think Mike is just going out and say, just to make sure he's okay at 107 pitches.
Right.
And if he is, he'll leave him in there. And I'm sure this will be his last hitter one way or the other.
As you saw, that's the 7th triple of the year for Dexter Fowler, who now is tied for the league lead. He's at third with 2 outs, and Marco Scudero will be the hitter. Mike Maddox has had his questioning of Roy Oswalt answered. Scudero steps in 0 for 3 tonight. A couple of ground outs and a strikeout. 8 hits now for the Astros against Roy Oswalt. Right-hander deals a breaking ball, and that finds the mark. It's 0-1.
He's thrown that changeup over. I couldn't guess how many times. 25 times.
There's the big slow curveball. That finds the outside corner. Scudero walk around muttering to himself after that.
Like every guy's 0-2.
Yep.
Like a strike, top of the strike zone.
13th time that he's gone 0-2 to a hitter. Pitch on the way to right field. That's trouble. That's in the alley. It's going to go to the wall. In to score is Fowler. Scudero will check in at second base with an opposite field RBI double. And the Rockies are on the board. It's now 4-1 Texas, and Ron Washington on his way to the hill. Scudero drives in his 19th of the year, and that's going to do it for Roy Oswalt here tonight, getting a standing ovation from this sellout crowd at Rangers Ballpark in Arlington. Oswalt with 110 pitches. He leaves leading 4-1 with 2 outs in the top of the 7th. And listen to this crowd. Pretty good stuff. We'll be right back on TXA 21. Here's the TXU Energy replay of the night. It is none other than Roy Oswalt. And he was something tonight, Tom.
Just had a great command of all his pitches tonight. Used both sides of the plate with his fastball. Mixed in a curveball and a really nice changeup. Did an excellent job.
TXU Energy, the right things right now. And that's exactly what Roy Oswalt was tonight. 9 hits and a run. He has property out at second base, but 1 walk and 6 strikeouts will tell you the kind of night that he put in. 110 pitches, 81 of them for strikes, and Robbie Ross now will take over on the mound.
Well, hard to improve on those numbers. They just get better every time it goes out there. A lot of innings for a rookie reliever. He's on pace to throw about 82 innings on the season, which is a lot of innings. But he's efficient when he throws his innings. He might go in for 2 innings and throw 23 pitches.
Yeah, Ross now dealing with Carlos Gonzalez, who is 1 out of 2 officially tonight with a walk.
He's been able to handle the transition from having been a minor league starter to a big league reliever exceptionally well.
And the fastball inside again. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Well, as well as Roy Oswalt pitched, with Scudero out there at second base, if Gonzalez gets aboard, Robbie Ross is going to have to face the tying run in this inning. Rangers leading 4-1, and a fastball is high and inside. It's 3 balls and no strikes to Gonzalez. You know, Robbie does not walk many people. 6 base on balls.
And that ball definitely wasn't inside, and that's almost all the way in the strike zone. I think he didn't get the call because he was trying to throw it down and away, and the pitch was up and in, but it was definitely a strike.
And a strike there to the outside corner. Robbie, just 6 walks in 38 innings, 25 strikeouts for the youngster. 22-year-old Kentuckian. He's on here trying to get the 7th inning finished for the Rangers. This should do it. Kinsler, tricky hop, stays with it nicely. That will do it. So the side retired. The Rockies break through into the run column. They get a run on 3 hits and leave 1. So it's stretch time at the ballpark. 4-1 Rangers. And now let's join Chuck Morgan as we honor America with God Bless America.
Tonight we invite you to join in singing God Bless America with Bridget Hammers.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies to the oceans wide with gold. God bless America, my home sweet home. God bless America, my home sweet home.
On TXA 21 is brought to you by Sports City Toyota. Go to sportscitytoyota.com. We'll deliver anywhere in Texas. The Rangers and Royals won't have delivered here through the first 6.5 innings. Sellout crowd on hand, and they are watching their hometown ball club lead 4-1 as we head to the bottom of the 7th. And Jim Tracy has gone to the bullpen and come out with a familiar face and familiar name, Guillermo Moscoso.
Yeah, Moscoso, former Ranger, bounced around a little bit. Got a pretty good arm, low 90s fastball. Pretty good sinking action with it. Friedrich didn't do a bad job. Gave up 4 runs in 6 innings. Had a good pitch count. Walked 1. Struck out 4. Had pretty good stuff.
And Moscoso working here in the bottom of the 7th to Mike Napoli, who's homered and flied to right field.
And a little bit of a struggle for Moscoso through his 22 innings. He's walked 10, given up 4 home runs, and a .330 opponent's batting average to go along with it.
And that pitch finds the outside corner, a ball and a strike. Napoli last time up with his 12th home run of the year. That solo shot in the 4th inning. And that gave the Rangers their current run total of 4. Tapper to third. It veers off into foul territory before Chris Nelson can get there. It's probably a good thing because as deep as Nelson was playing, he was not going to throw out Napoli. I mean, Napoli by no means a speed burner. He's an average runner, but Nelson was playing extremely deep on that swing. Final line, by the way, on Roy Oswalt, 6 2/3 innings, 9 hits, 1 run, it was earned, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts. And as we mentioned, 110 pitches, 81 of them for strikes. That is just phenomenal. First time back in Major League competition since last October. Great job by Oswalt. Fastball, call strike 3. Napoli turned his shoulder, and Moscoso's fastball came back to catch the inside corner against him.
Almost a strike.
It's one of those front door cutters from a right-hander to a right-hander. Starts off the plate inside, moves just enough to catch the inside corner and get the call from the umpire. The one away, Jorvi Torrealba will step in. Moscoso taking over for Christian Friedrich, who worked the first 6 innings. Moscoso's pitch is a knee-high strike. 24-year-old Friedrich cannot win this game. He is on the hook for the loss unless the Rockies come back. Give up 7 hits and 4 earned runs, a couple of home runs, a walk, and 4 strikeouts. And a breaking ball is low. Torrealba 1 for 2, doubled, and was thrown out with 2 outs trying to score from second on Gentry's base hit back in the 2nd. Very, very close play, and Torrealba almost sliding around the tag by Rosario. Now the 1-1 pitch. Out of play to the right. Rockies coming into play tonight. 11-21 on the road. They just are a completely different team away from Coors Field in Denver. 263 their season average overall, 231 away from Denver. 1-2 pitch. And the count evens. Of course, the same thing goes for their pitching, too. Their pitching is the worst in the National League, worst in baseball statistically at 5.33 is a team ERA. You get them on the road, they're 4.62, much more respectable.
When Tulowitzki is healthy and in their lineup and guys play to their potential, their lineup, it's a pretty good lineup. They added Kadire this year, Carlos Gonzalez, Tulowitzki. You've got Helton. Scudero is a pretty good top of the order guy. So they've got the capability of scoring runs. They just give up too many runs.
Yeah, that ERA of 5 1/3, I mean, that's more than 1/3 of a run higher than anybody else in baseball. That's a little bit tough to overcome. The 2-2 again. Curveball got him looking. Torrealba again. Turned it away and called strike 3. Well, here's the Toyota Trucks on the road scoreboard. Got Baltimore leading Washington. That's the top of the 8th inning. And Pittsburgh finale as Flint Hurdle's team beats Detroit. Toronto big over Miami. And Atlanta shutting out Boston. The Mets and the Yankees in that Subway Series. Minnesota by 1 over Cincinnati, and Cleveland shutting out Houston. Scoreless game in the top of the 10th. White Sox and Milwaukee. Save huge on the new 2012 Tundra at your local Toyota dealer. Dodgers Angels in the top of the first inning out in the West Coast. Seattle 2 early runs against San Diego. Here it's 4-1 Rangers. Got 2 outs, bases empty, bottom of the 7th inning. Craig Gentry, the hitter, is 1 for 2. And that pitch a little bit high to even the count, and a ball and a strike. Gentry tried to bunt his way aboard last time and almost did it against Christian Friedrich. But as he hit first base, he rolled his ankle. Looked like he's going to have to leave the game. He did not. He's still in there. Had a single to left field in the 2nd inning. And the 8th inning man for the Rangers, Mike Adams. Up and going to work out there in the Ranger bullpen.
2 out of the 3 hitters next inning are Giambi and Helton, 2 left-hand hitters. Robbie came in to get Carlos Gonzalez in the 7th inning, another left-hand hitter.
Swing and a miss, and Craig Gentry noticeably limping as he swung and missed that pitch from Moscoso. So the follow through that back foot pivoting around, and that probably didn't feel real good when he rolled it already. If you ever try to hit with a bad ankle, I think that's got to be tough.
I probably did, but I don't remember it.
Not that
I had
bad,
a hard time hitting with 2 good ankles, let alone a bad ankle. Watches that foot when it hits the bag, how it twists. Lunges for the bag, and see his ankle twist right there.
Ouch.
And twist again as he was running, it looked like.
A full count to Gentry. And Moscoso ready to work to him. Payoff pitch on the way. Got him swinging. Fastball foul tipped into the glove of Rosario, and Moscoso strikes out the side in order. We finished 7 in Arlington. It's the Rangers 4, the Rockies 1 on TXA 21. flashback moment. Roy Oswald, his first strikeout as a Texas Ranger, got Jason Giambi on a 3-2 pitch in the first inning. And that's one that Roy will probably remember. I know Ranger fans who are in attendance tonight will remember. Check out the really big sales event now at your Honda dealer. Maybe even have a picture of Roy's first strikeout up there. Robbie Ross back to work in the top of the 8th inning. And Jason Giambi starting things off. Giambi has struck out twice and flied out. Robbie came on to get the last out of the 7th inning. A ground ball off the bat of Carlos Gonzalez, and now ahead or even in the count to Jason Giambi. It's 1 ball, 1 strike.
And generally, you would see Mike Adams in the 8th, but I think the fact that there's left-hand hitters hitting might be the reason Robbie's in there right now. See if he stays in to face this right-hand hitter.
Yeah, the overshift kind of beaten that time by Giambi. Hit it right at the normal shortstop hole, but there was no shortstop there. Hey, Ranger fans, say hello to an old friend. That's Brendan Higgins. He's returning to TV as the new co-host of CBS 11's This Morning. He'll be joined by Adrian Bankert, and it all begins on Monday, June 25th. That's this coming Monday, only on CBS 11.
Well, it looks like the game plan for Robbie is to face 3 out of 4 hitters, the 3 left-hand hitters in the lineup. Helton is the next hitter, and Adams will be ready after that. Robbie gives up a 200 average to lefties. It's 221 to righties, so right-hand hitters and left-hand hitters have not fared well against him this year.
And Ross missing down and away. It's 2 balls and no strikes to Michael Kadire, and Torrealba going to go out and have a talk with his left-hander. Yorby Torrealba knows exactly what the situation is. That last thing you want to do is not only get behind, but if you end up walking a guy in the middle of this order, you're just begging for problems. Jason Giambi, you saw the runner at first. He's not being held on by Mike Napoli over there. Nap playing a couple of steps behind him. 2-0 the count. And a fastball right down the middle. I think that's what Torrealba probably told him. He said, hey, nothing fancy, but I'm going to sit in the middle of the plate. You just throw it to me, okay? And Robbie, being the good 21, 22-year-old, still learning, said, yes, sir, I will, and he did. And that pitch just off the inside corner. The count goes to 3 balls and 1 strike. Ross, a long look in now to Torrealba. The left-hander has the sign he wants, and the 3-1 pitch. And it's a knee-high strike. Kadire taken all the way. So the count has gone full. Rangers looking for the double play ball up the middle of the infield. 3-2 pitch on the way. It's shot foul to the right. And we'll come back and try it again. It was by Glenn Allen Hill, the first base coach, doing a little fancy footwork, but that ball well behind him. Here's Glenn Allen. Spider-Man. He had a case of arachnophobia when he was with Toronto that one year. Again, the 3-2. That's lined down the right field line, but it's slicing foul, and one hops off the brick facade of the lower deck. So nobody out with Giambi at first. Kadire a 3-2 count. Todd Helton, another tough Rocky batter, is waiting in the on-deck circle. Mike Adams out in the bullpen now, going along just about pitch for pitch with Robbie Ross. Left-handers ready one more time. Chopper to third. Young to Kinsler. Back to Napoli. 5-4-3. That's the 2 ball that Robbie Ross was looking for. And now the bases are empty for Todd Helton with 2 outs.
Robbie he got behind in the count 2-0 and just kept making quality pitches. Kept the ball down. Hitters just don't hit the ball off the good part of the bat against him. Even the foul balls that Kadire hit. One was off the handle, one was off the end of the bat. kept the ball down, cut it a little bit, got the little ground ball right straight to Michael. Nice routine double play. What a job this kid's doing, boy.
Second double play of the night turned by the Rangers, and here's Helton, who's 1 for 3. Did you ever see a guy like that that you had trouble with? You just couldn't square the ball up on.
Terry Forster was like
really?
That. Yeah,
well, but he threw real hard.
He threw hard, but he never threw the ball straight either.
Really?
No. Hard sinker. I think probably a slider he threw, or cut or whatever it was. But yeah, he was probably in the mid-90s, but he was the toughest guy like that for me.
Pitch outside to Helton. The count goes to 2-1. What about a guy that you felt comfortable against but just couldn't hit off of?
Not the same kind of pitcher, but Bill Lee was that guy
Yeah.
for me. Left-hand pitcher. I couldn't hit him. Never thought he had good stuff, but I couldn't get a hit off him. Robbie, I haven't seen many pitchers like Robbie. Doesn't throw a changeup.
Right.
Doesn't throw a curveball. Everything is, more or less between 89 and 92 miles an hour. Some go left, some go right. Most of them go down, and they just don't get the ball off the good part of the bat against him.
He's got kind of a little short arm motion too. I would think it'd be tough to pick the ball
He's
up.
got to have a little of that going for him for sure. And he's got great command too. He throws the ball where he wants to most of the time.
Helton staying alive on 3-2, fouls it off. Yeah, I would bet, considering his age at 22, that he probably frustrates a guy that's been around for a while. And I think we saw a glimpse of that in spring training when he struck out Pujols on a fastball in the outside corner. Well hit to center field. That's going to be down for a base hit, and Helton's second hit of the night in front of Craig Gentry as he moved to his left.
Not many guys hit that pitch. Not many left-hand hitters hit that pitch against him. That was a good pitch. That ball was sinking, maybe not a strike, and Helton still hit it pretty well to center field. That was just a great hitter. Maybe not having a great season, but he's a great hitter. And watch the ball that he hits. Well, it's inside. No, it's not quite the same pitch I thought it was. Trying to throw it away, caught a little too much of the plate, it looked like.
So Robbie's evening is finished. He got 3 outs in the 4 hitters that he faced. He'll leave with a man aboard, and Mike Adams coming on. We'll come back to tell you about the Ranger right-hander right after this. 4-1 Texas. Saturday, July 7th, the Rangers turn back the clock to 1994. First 30,000 fans will receive a 40th anniversary mug, all compliments of Coca-Cola. Game time is 6:15 against the Minnesota Twins. And reserve your seats right now at TexasRangers.com or call 972-RANGERS. Good looking mug right there. And I mean the glass mug. Not the mug on the little boy. Mike Adams on in the hill, and he takes over here with 2 outs in the 8th inning. Adams brought part of that shut-down tail end of the bullpen the Rangers have enjoyed. He and Joe Nathan, and when Alexi Ogando was healthy, they had a lot of teams playing a short contest against him. Well, Adams on with Helton at first, 2 outs. And Chris Nelson is going to be the hitter. Rocky third baseman tonight is 1 for 3, a single back in the second inning. Helton a modest lead at first, and Adams with the pitch. Fastball gets the inside corner. Nelson with those 17 RBI, along with the 5 home runs. And Adams, that familiar high set, comes back to the plate. Swinging strike. And it's 0-2. Mike Adams, plenty of experience against this Colorado team from his National League days. Nelson has not faced him before, but the rest of the Rockies have had the experience. Ground ball by the diving Michael Young into left field, a base hit. An 0-2 pitch that Nelson just went out and hooked into the hole between third and short. And Michael Young couldn't get to it, so the Rockies now with 2 runners aboard and 2 outs. And Lynn Rosario will be the hitter, and he represents the tying run in this ball game. Rosario, the rookie catcher up there, a perfect night at the plate. He is 3 for 3 with 3 singles. And this will be the first time that he has ever faced Mike Adams. Rosario, good power numbers. Rookie with that batting average now up over the 250 mark, as you noted. And the first pitch is his fastball strike. It's 0-1. Rangers outfield playing in a prevent defense, prevent the double defense. They keep that batter off of second base. The other 2 guys not too concerned about, but it's to get that batter. They're not going to have to worry about a double here. Elvis Andrews on to Napoli. That will do it. So Adams gives up a hit but gets the final out of the inning. For Colorado, no runs on 3 hits. They strand 2. Bottom of the 8th coming up. Rangers 4, Rockies 1 on TXA 21. Is brought to you by Reliant. Bring the energy. Rangers brought it tonight, scoring early with the help of Adrian Beltre's 2-run home run. Nelly Cruz added an RBI double, and Mike Napoli a solo shot. Both home runs going the opposite way against Christian Friedrich. And the pitching staff has made it stand up. Roy Oswalt has been terrific, or was terrific, coming out of the ball game. Robbie Ross and Mike Adams have held the Rockies at bay for the last inning and a third. The bottom of the 8th inning, the Rockies, notice, have a dozen hits, and they've scored 1 run. That's been helped out by a couple of double plays. Ian Kinsler, the man in your picture, a big part of both those twin killings. On his birthday, Ian Kinsler has had 46,964 come out to celebrate his 30th birthday and watch Roy Oswalt and his Ranger teammates try to get a W over Colorado. And the first pitch is a strike on the inside corner from Moscoso. Kins 0 for 2 with a hit by pitch. He got plunked with a 74-mile-an-hour curveball his last time up, and I doubt that he'll have a bruise from that. Moscoso into his 2nd inning of work. And the next pitch is a bit low. But a sellout crowd tonight, the 21st of the season, and that ties the 1994 for the Rangers for most sellouts in a season. And as I said, this is only game number 33 at home. 4th straight sellout also tonight. Kinsler swings, lofts a high fly ball, shallow right field to Dyer. Plenty of time to get there. That's out number 1, and Ian makes a right turn at first base, back to the dugout, and that'll bring up Elvis Andrus. 1994 attendance record had total record had stood until last year. Rangers were able to break that record last year. Still just shy in 2011 of the 3 million mark, but I don't think there's much doubt that that 3 million mark is going to be a thing of the past after this year. Elvis stepping to the plate is 0 for 3. Ground out, lined out, and he was called out on strikes. Big breaking ball, and he's able to lay off it. Action again in the right center field Ranger bullpen tonight. If you're thinking about coming out, you better grab some of those tickets in a hurry. Tomorrow, a 2:05 start, only 4,500 seats left. And then for Sunday, which is a 6:05 start, 1,000 are left. You can go to TexasRangers.com or call 972 Rangers and try and get your tickets. Come on out and enjoy the fun out here at Rangers Ballpark. 2 balls, no strikes, the count. Elvis Andrus waiting. And it's 3-0. You know, Elvis trying to get aboard. You get the big guy waiting in the on-deck circle. That's Josh Hamilton. He's ready to go to work. Top of the Ranger order tonight has been very quiet. Only had a hit by pitch and a walk between them to get on base. There's a strike from Moscoso. It's 3-1. For 8 are the top 3 thus far. The damage has been done by Adrian Beltre, Nelly Cruz, and Mike Napoli in this game. Moscoso back to the plate. Chopper wide of third, flagged down nicely by Nelson. Strong throw, and Elvis out by a step and a half. 2 gone, and Hamilton coming up.
A nice play by Nelson. Made it look easy. Fairly hard hit ball, fairly tricky hop. Great concentration. Watches that ball right into his glove. Makes a nice strong throw across the diamond.
Well, Nelson takes care of Andrus with the bases empty and 2 away. Josh Hamilton steps in, and he is 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. Goes after the first pitch and fouls it away. It's 0-1. First time that Hamilton has faced Moscoso. Josh in a pretty good home run drought. Have to go back to the San Francisco game on the 8th of June. 12 days ago to find, 14 days ago I should say, and the last home run he hit. Hit one off Barry Zito. Got a hanging breaking ball and drove it right on out of AT&T Park up there. Moscoso with a 1-1 pitch. Change up, and Josh able to check his swing. We mentioned action out in the Ranger bullpen. Got the closer up and loosening. Joe Nathan, assuming this ball game doesn't get out of hand between now and the start of the 9th inning, Joe Nathan will be on trying to get his 16th save of the season. 2 balls, 1 strike. And a big swing and a miss, and Josh let the bat go. I haven't seen Josh do that. Now, he lets the bat go, yes, but not to where he pulls around and almost killed Beltre. Adrian's going back in the dugout. Said, yeah, I'll be in the on-deck circle. I'm getting out of here.
Yeah, that's not the first time that's happened. That's why he's going. That's why he's going back into the dugout. Thing went right over his head, boy.
Adrian's, nope, I don't think so. Moscoso ready for the 2-2 pitch. And that's fouled back to the screen. Trying to find Adrian in there. He may be down in the bunker part of the dugout where there's no way that Josh can get to him with a thrown bat. Michael Young showing no desire to get up any closer than the bottom step of the dugout either. Swing and a miss, and Hamilton is gone. He has the hat trick with his 3rd strikeout. Rangers gone in order. Moscoso's retired all 6 that he's faced. We're going to the 9th inning. It's Joe Nathan time. Rangers leading 4-1 on TXA 21. The 37-year-old right-hander Joe Nathan on the hill trying for his 16th save and 17 opportunities. Got an opportunity here with the Rangers leading 4-1 as we head to the top of the 9th.
It's been an excellent season for Joe Nathan. He said right from the start that he hasn't felt this good in several years. And by the way he's throwing, especially after the middle of April, he's been as good as he's ever been. Fastball in the mid-90s, good curveball, good slider, great command, on top of his game.
He will face Jonathan Herrera to start things off. And a strike is thrown to the outside corner. 93-mile-an-hour fastball, and it's 0-1. Herrera 1 for 3 tonight. A 5th inning single that was sandwiched in between a fly ball and a double play grounder. Tapper out towards short. Elvis on to first. Out number 1 in the books. Rangers with a good, solid all-around game tonight. And Joe Nathan trying to finish it off. And, boy, what a treat it was to see the way the ball club under Ron Washington reacted to Roy Oswalt going out there. He got him 2 runs in the first inning. Adrian Beltre's 2-run shot. And Roy made those stand up through 6 2/3. I'm not sure Ron could have written a better script than the way the ball club has played. Solid defense. Haven't hit an awful lot, but enough. Good pitching and defense, and you don't need to hit an awful lot.
Well, the Rangers had 3 big hits. Beltre's 2-run homer in the first. Cruz's double drove in a run. Napoli hit a home run. And Colorado just hasn't hit with men in scoring position. They've had a lot of opportunities. They've had men on base, multiple men on base in several different innings. Just haven't been able to get the big hit. Ranger pitchers have made pitches when it counted. And they've had 3 big swings, and that's been the difference.
Yeah, I've got the Rockies 1 for 8 with runners in scoring position, and that includes a couple of double plays that had the Rangers not turned those, they might have had somebody in scoring position. They've left 10 men on base. And the pitch from Nathan just a little bit outside to Dexter Fowler. 2 balls and a strike. Nathan, a big sigh, and comes back to the plate. Good fastball, and Fowler a little tardy with the swing. It's 2-2.
Good news out in Los Angeles, too. Dodgers are ahead 5-0 in the second inning. Rangers win. Angels lose. 6-game lead.
2-2 pitch. Up the ladder, and Fowler able to get a slight piece of that ball. Had a 95. That was Dan Heron that started tonight, wasn't it? The Angels?
I think so.
Nathan peering in for the sign, the big right-hander. Rocks into the motion. Got him swinging. And Nathan able to go up the ladder a little bit. And Dexter Fowler got off a rung too soon. 2 gone.
Good thing away from him.
That'll be up to Marco Scudero against Joe Nathan. I think the Rockies are to keep things going. Got the line on Dan Heron. 2 innings of work, 5 earned runs on 6 hits for the Angels. And Nathan, in the more important game of the 2, fires a strike. Scudero, an RBI double last time up in the 7th inning, driving in the only Colorado run. And that hard slider down and away, the appeal down to first base, and Jim Wolf says no swing. It's a ball and a strike. A double for Scudero, upping his RBI total to 19. Nathan back to it. High and out of play down the right side. And the Rockies now down to their last strike against Big Joe. Crowd on its feet at Rangers Ballpark in Arlington. All 46,964 of them. Rangers trying to win their 7th game in a row. And Nathan trying to close it out. The 1-2 pitch. Got him swinging. Joe Nathan with his 16th save. The Rangers win their 7th in a row. And Roy Oswalt gets the first win of his Ranger career. The finals. Go ahead, Tom.
Nathan just threw that fastball right by Scudero. Scudero struck out a couple of times tonight. He strikes out about 1 out of every 10 times. It gives you kind of an idea of the kind of stuff that Nathan has and the kind of stuff that Roy Oswalt had tonight. Roy did a great job of mixing up his pitches. Had a good fastball command. Threw some great curveballs, good changeups. Rangers, as we said, had 3 big hits in the game. Colorado couldn't hit with men in scoring position. They left 10 on. Rangers only left 2 men on. Here's the ball that Nathan throws pretty much right down the middle of the plate, right by Scudero, 94 miles an hour. Save number 16 for Nathan.
The Rangers go to 13-3 against their National League foes this year. And meanwhile, the Rockies drop to 1-12. The Rangers win number 7 in a row. We'll be back with the final totals for you right after this. 4-1 Rangers on TXA 21.